So you hear the word of God that provides you guidance about how you live your life so that you don't cross over and become a problem for yourself. And then you can also read the book of Deuteronomy 21 verse 20. I'm not going to read that. Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 20. Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 20. But I'm going to go straight to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 9. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9. In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9, from verse 3, you say, this is an evil in all that is done under the sun, that there is one fate for all men. Furthermore, the hearts of the sons of men are full of evil, and insanity is in their hearts throughout their lives. Afterwards, they go to the dead. What else is facing a man than to die? That's where they go. Verse 4, for whoever is joined with all the living, there is hope. Surely, a live dog is better than a dead lion. Here, a live dog is better than a dead lion. That's what I want you to take from here. The Lord wants you to take this. A live dog is better than a dead lion. It doesn't matter how much wealth you have, how strong you are. It doesn't matter how healthy you are. It doesn't matter what happens. You are better alive than being dead. You can be as strong as a lion. But it's better to have a dog who is alive, that is alive, than a human who is dead. What good are you to God? For the living know they will die, but the dead do not know anything, nor have they any longer a reward, for their memory is forgotten. Once you die, you are forgotten. All that thing you are accumulating, all those greed, make profits in a little way, because it's not just about food, because these are things that create indulgence, desire of the flesh, material things that cause you to go astray and go away from the faith that you are called, the living and the life that you are called to live in. So you know you will die, and you know when you do these things, you die. And you decide to continue to do these things and eat and overeat yourself until you die. Who is responsible for that? For the living know they will die. So you know you will die. And you know how to stay alive and what not to do, the Lord is saying. Indeed, their love, their hate, and their zeal have already perished, and they will no longer have a share in all that is done under the sun. Once you die, you have finished. It's end for you. There's nothing anybody can do for you. Go then, eat your bread in happiness and drink your wine with a cheerful heart, for God has already approved your works. Let your clothes be white all the time, and let no oil be lacking on your head. Enjoy life with the woman whom you love all the days of your fleeting life, which he has given to you under the sun, for this is your reward in life, and in your toil in which you have labored under the sun. I was talking to my mom, was talking about all the people that had died, and every one of them that died, that they were going for the funeral, they were all men. And I said, how come all the men died and all their wives are still alive? In all the things that you do, your work and your struggle and your challenges and your life, the word here is saying you're supposed to enjoy life with the wife of you that the Lord has given you. Then you leave the woman a widow because you didn't take care of the body. And we suffer. And you suffer. And you suffer the body and suffer the body to death. That the Lord has given you, that is his temple, that is God's own. Oh my goodness, come on, give me a break. Who is going to be responsible? Drink your body to death, or drug your body to death. The word of the Lord is clear, as you can see in the Ecclesiastes He adds a new color to it. But I want to touch in this Sunday school, I want to touch also on some things that are out of control. For example, mental health. Some people have mental health, and for that reason, like I said, depression, and they overeat and indulge and do some things that might affect protection of this body and the responsibility, in which case they are incapacitated. But I want to go to the book of Psalm. The book of Psalm. Let's move a little bit from other excuses, what we say that the excuse for this particular infraction that requires a healthcare intervention is Psalm 55, verse 22 says, to make sure you don't fall in this category, the Lord has given you an instruction. Cast your burden upon the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. The word of the Lord is giving you an encouragement to bring the problem to me. Don't carry the problem and be depressed and suffer melancholy, suffer depression, and then eat and indulge in things that might be a problem. What about Psalm 139? Now, Psalm 139. In Psalm 139, Psalm 139, verse 14. Psalm 139, verse 14. I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. If you know that you are wonderfully made, that is an assurance that's coming from God, your Creator, that might help you. I'm not saying that is all. There are a lot of other things. Sometimes it might be as a result of chemical imbalance in your brain, for example. The brain secretes 4 kinds of chemicals that create the balance in the function of the brain and the mind, that if there is an imbalance, it can result to other psychotic features and problems and sickness.